how it could be used for other purposes. Standard 5. Designer, obviously, like, with your curriculum, you gotta learn how to effectively design with your technological tools. Because if they're not well designed, then even if they're pretty detailed and informative, they could fail to have an impact on education. I used the Kahoot quiz there to show this example of this standard. So what's Kahoot? It's a website where you can create and design quizzes for in a fun manner. So you not just only make quizzes, online interactive quizzes, but they can be decorative. They can be well designed. They can have pictures and themes, and it's very it's very visually pleasing, and also it's like kind of a video game where when you press your answer, you can get the right or wrong answer and get the points accordingly, negative or positive. A relation to the standard encourages educators to create engaging content that accommodates different learning styles. It's, of course, not only visually appealing, but you can use different question types to, use different students' strengths and weaknesses when it comes to learning. Let's see. In the course, I'll show my example here. So obviously, you can create your own from scratch, or you can use a template. But for mine, I just used scratch. I did it from scratch, but I created. Let's see. Right here. Yeah. So see. Yes, I created based around Macbeth. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Shakespeare's Macbeth. So, yep, there we go. I used different, appropriate images and the theme of the back, where it's a theater because it's a play, and different, question types, mainly multiple choice or true and false. So, and of course, you can use different type of questions like fill in the blank, and you can, of course, host live or assign it to students. So, it can be very effective, as a more engaging assessment tool. So, strength can create fun and well-designed quizzes for formative assessments. Weakness, you cannot publish without upgrading to a subscription plan. So it cost me $53 or something to do so, and definitely, once again, not a budget-friendly option. But even so, if you can spare it, it's a very nice feature or tool to have. Reflection taught me the importance of design principles. If it doesn't look appealing, doesn't look engaging, doesn't look good, no matter how well designed and informative the quiz can be, the assessment can be, it will not have an impact on the student's education. Standard 6, facilitator. So instead of being the leader, you're more like a guide and laying the foundation for students to work on their own, to own their own educational ownership, or their own educational performance. They own what they work towards. And to me, Edpuzzle was a good example of this. So Edpuzzle is a website where you can insert notes and questions into parts of a video. So there's a video you can find online, and then you can pick a point in the time stamp or the time duration where you can put a question about what happened for information preceding that, and you can use that to quiz students as they watch the video. My example, I use a video of William Faulkner, and of course I had 8 different questions relating to content before the question, the details before that question, and of course different type of questions, open-ended, multiple choice, that gave variation to the assessment here. Okay, so its relation to the standard encourages students to take ownership of their work by learning from the video and independently answer the questions. So it's on their own. They have to mindfully watch the video, and then of course what they absorb, they have to then apply it to the question. It could be either a simple you recognize an important detail, or you had a thoughtful response to the question. You took your time and effort. Strength allows for assessment in an engaging manner. Videos are fun, so it's a more, I would say, appealing way to have a formative assessment for students instead of a traditional quiz. Difficulty, weakness, a difficulty in pinning the questions and the desired timestamp. Sometimes when you move the questions mark, it's either a bit too delayed or too early, or it can be very abrupt transition from the clip to the question, and it just kind of ruins or at least it's a very awkward situation, or it's not as desired. Reflection taught me that formative assessments can be varied and allow for open-ended answers. So instead of being just pure binary right or wrong data or numeric data, you can also have open-ended questions to help with for assessing how the students are doing or how the class is doing in terms of how they're progressing with the lesson plan. Standard 7. Analysts. Obviously, when with technology, you're dealing with collecting data and, of course, assessing that data. So being an analyst is very important to that. For me, the tool that best exemplified this one was generative AI, like ChatGPT and whatnot. But for me, the tool I used was Claude AI. It's like ChatGPT in that it provides responses to a prompt that you input. Let's see. So, let's say I want a lesson plan for teaching ninth grade students about Moby Dick. Okay, you type it in, you enter, and quickly actually gives you a nice example of a lesson plan here. Duration, text, learning objectives, different topics, different activities for different days or groups of days or sessions. So now how does it relate to the standard? It encourages educators to use AI to assess assessment data and ideas to create helpful feedback for future instructions. So, of course, I didn't use it, but if I say I had data on formative data of my class, and I also have ideas for a lesson plan, I can combine those two with using Claude AI to help give me recommendations of what I can do with that, with my lesson plan based on the data. And of course, it can give me different ideas that I never thought of for activities or for assessments. So it's just like a nice springboard for new ideas that you can pick and choose or modify. So that there is very helpful, especially if you have data to help the AI better craft your lesson plan for you or different ideas for you based on that data. Strength, quick and extensive feedback. Like I said, it was very well designed with that response there. Weakness, of course, you would need minute details to correctly respond for correct response for one's particular class schedule and structure. It said, for example, it was 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, what if you want to do a month? What if you want to do 2 weeks? You do a bridge version of the book. So you would then have to not blindly follow it, but modify it based on your own schedule and your class structure and what you desire, what your vision is for that lesson plan for the lesson objectives. Reflection taught me how technology can be a collaborative asset in lesson planning. So instead of being afraid of AI as a replacement for educators and teachers, it can actually be a collaborative asset for educators. It can actually be a great tool, a great use, and you can work with the AI to create new ideas and create new lesson plans or activities. So it's a different form of collaboration to help enhance the educational experience. All right, for future plans for developing technology skills. So, like the Learner Standard, promotes, I'll, of course, after this course, be continuing learning about different educational technological tools. Different tools, different apps, different websites. And, of course, I can learn that by reading, teacher websites or, educational websites or technology websites. Also, maybe attend seminars that are offered around digitally or in person. Also look into academic articles that have empirical data to show the effectiveness of certain technological tools or application of those tools. Also discuss and collaborate with colleagues. Talk with different teachers, different or principals, or uh, you know uh, 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 administration like IT staff about what tools are out there and if how I could use it like they're using it in a positive way, in an effective way. And of course, not just the same tool that we could be using, but maybe learn something that they do differently that I could benefit from. Discuss and collaborate with students. So, of course, students, especially, the younger generation will always have more of a touch on new tech than older generations, especially much older generations. So, obviously, just be aware and be open to hearing about new trends in technology, whether it be new apps, new games, new websites, just to, of course, not only just be aware of to communicate with your students on the same level, technological level, but to see if you can capitalize on it and use it for an educational purpose. To end, my view of technology, especially after finishing this course, is that whether we're talking about past educational tech, like an abacus, like ancient medieval times, or we're talking about future education tech, like advanced computers, quantum computers, AI, androids, whatever you want, who knows. Whether it's old or new or present, the most important thing is for an educator to view a technology as an educational tool, not how advanced it is, how trendy, how expensive, whatever. How can it be best used to help his or her students? How it can be best used in a classroom? So having the right mindset, I think, is the most important thing for an educator to have when it comes to integrating technology in the classroom. All right. Well, thank you for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you very much.